All right, class, we had um, a kind of funny word today, I guess I want to say, in that it can be both a noun and a verb. We've seen that a little bit before. There's actually a lot of English words that's the case for. And the word was, well, the word clothe is a verb, right? Because it means to put your clothes on. So you could say, mother will clothe her baby for the summer. So if you're clothing your baby for the summer, it means you're going to put on something light that they're not going to be hot in. So clothe is a verb. Clothing, then of course we can add that vowel suffix. And so it means it's the present and ongoing form of that verb like we were talking about. So if Mr. No tells me, hurry up, we're going to be late to school, I could say, I'm clothing myself for the day right now, meaning I'm putting the clothes on for my school clothes as I'm getting ready, or right then in the moment and continuing. So clothing can be a verb form, but it's also, we know that it's a noun. We use it to talk about what we're wearing. I could say, oh, my clothing is covered in coffee stains. Clothing. All right, so let's go ahead and put clothing in our notebook on our nouns page. So page 24. Remember, our nouns answer two questions, who or what. So if I asked you the question, what do you put in the washer when it gets dirty? You could answer that by saying clothing. And so that means clothing answers which question, who or what? Right, at the beginning of that question, I used the word what. So we know clothing is a thing, it's not a person. All right, so page 24 in your notebook, under the what column. All right, so clothing is a what? How many syllables are in clothing? Good, there are two syllables. So our base word clothe, what was letting our o-u say o? Good, a silent final e, but we're adding a vowel suffix. So what are we going to have to do to that silent final e before we add our vowel suffix? Excellent, we need to drop it. All right, this one was, so the first syllable clothe, what are you going to write? Good, one more time, it's k, o, th. We drop the silent final e, right? That first syllable. All right, and what's our second syllable? Good, ing. What do we need to write for ing? Good, I. Go ahead and write that second syllable. All right, tell me what I need to write to spell clothing. Good. All right, not the silent final E, I have to drop that. If I'm adding a vowel suffix, what's next? Good. All right, so make sure your word looks like that. All right, and this one has a lot of things to mark. So this is a time, it's always important, but this one we really gotta start at the beginning and go through. All right, I know there's nothing to mark there. How about this? Good. Is it saying its name? How about this? Good, we mark it to honor our base word. And is this saying its first or second sound? Good, it's th, and it's saying the clothing. How about this? And then, good, we underline our mm. All right. Oh, we've got a couple more two-way words from our quiz that I want us to practice. So one of them is the number 2. How do we say 2 to spell it? Good, we say two. All right, one more time. How do we say 2 to spell it? Good, two. The other one is actually another number, and it's 4. How do we say 4 to spell it? Good, we say fower. Fower. You have to bring out that O sound, fower. And which O do we use in fower? Good, we use ow, O, oo, I saw in our quiz a lot of us spelled it not like it's a two-way word, so we wrote the word that is actually a homophone with 4. Let's go to our homophones page. All right, that is page 12, I believe. All right, I was wrong. It's page 14. 12 is synonyms. All right, so for homophones, we already have 2 and 2, right? The number 2 that we have to say it, how to spell it? Good, two. And then another one of our 2, we went to the park. All right, so let's put 4 and 4 under 2 and 2 on our homophones, in our homophones column. All right, and then if you were not here for that, let's see, homophones, we're asking if they have the same spelling, no. If they have the same sound, yes. And the same meaning, no. So you can go ahead and write those in if you didn't have them yet. No, yes, and no. All right, so 4, the number, how do we say that to spell it? Good, fower. And which O do we use? Good, ow, O, oo, All right, write that. Use your practice paper first if you're not sure. All right, tell me what I need to write to spell fower. Good. O, which O is it? Good, ow, O, oo, And good, r. All right, this I know it doesn't need a marking. How about this one? All right, we're gonna underline it, as we know those 2 letters work together to make that sound. But wait, what are the 4 sounds of this phonogram? Good, ow, O, oo, So in fower, it's saying which sound? Show me. Good, it's second sound. All right, and to help us remember that this is the number, we're gonna put a number off to the side like we did with our 2. Good. And yeah, we've got to put it off to the side because we don't want it to get it confused with it being a marking. All right, so a lot of you wrote the homophone for this, which is 4, as in I got the present for you. That one is not a two-way word. We just write the sounds that we hear. So what sounds do you hear in 4? Good. The sounds are f, or, our 2-letter phonogram that says or. Go ahead and write that on the other side in that column, or if you're not sure, you can start on your practice paper. All right, what do I need to write to spell 4? Good. Excellent, and or, excellent. And then, of course, I need to underline my or. All right, so in our spelling test that we're going to have on Friday, the word might sound like for, but we have to say forward to spell it. All right, we don't want this because that's a different word. All right, so before we finish this video, how do we say grandmother to spell it? Excellent, we say grandmother. Very nice. And how do we say basketball to spell it? Good, basketball, basketball. All right, and how do we say two to spell it, as in the number? Good, we say two. And how do we say four, the number four to spell it? Good, four, four. All right, nice work in this lesson class.